seal. That's
The
why
tiger.
the thing. That's called a seal. It's a cup and there is buffaloes in here. Buffaloes and the baby dog. Buffaloes, baby buffaloes in here, and also the horses here, and the horses here, and reindeer and ducks. Can I play? Tigers. No tigers. It's beautiful. They're in a different place. Tiger. They're not. I'm a different. What that's what we have. I like that.
They're cute.
One is eating grass. Why is he not going down his tail?
Thank you. Actually, this is a wild dog, not a fox.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just saying, a wild dog.
Why are they pants? Oh. They're fox?
No, they're dogs. They look like foxes. They're a little big for foxes. Foxes have fluffier tails.
They're fox.
Wild
Then,
dogs.
I'm so happy to see the wild. What's the name?
Next stream. Maybe longer. Maybe since like June, July-ish.
To the Wild Asian Monorail. My name is Xavier and I'll be your tour guide and train conductor today. I'm super excited to be taking you guys on this trip to the wilds of Asia, which is over 7,000 miles away. But before we do, I do want to remind you guys of just a few things. Please remember to remain seated at all times and keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Also, please refrain from eating, drinking, and smoking inside the vehicle. Now, as we cross over the beautiful Bronx River, we're going to be transported to the wilds of Asia as if by magic. Asia is the continent with the largest diversity of deer species. And here at the first meadow, we're going to have the opportunity to meet a few of those guys. In just a few moments, guys, you'll be able to spot this orangish colored deer. Those are going to be some of our Barasinga deer. Barasinga in the Hindi language means 12 times. And they get this name because their antlers can grow to have 12 to 14 points. So these first Barasinga that you'll see won't have any antlers, but as we continue to move throughout the enclosure, look towards the top of this hill, and you'll see some antlers on another Barasinga playing with one of these branches. Now as we, and actually guys, as we continue to move throughout the enclosure, we'll see some more Barasinga as well. So keep your eyes open for them. Now as we first enter this first enclosure, you probably didn't have much trouble spotting our peafowl. Peafowl are the national animal of India. The males of the species are the peacocks, and they have those colorful feathers. The females are known as peahens, and they don't have those colorful feathers. Those colorful feathers are used during mating season, and it is mating season right now, so in the next few months you might catch some of our peacocks trying to wine and dine some of our peahens. Now for now guys, here's a little more information on our Kangha meadow. This is going to be Michelle. She's one of our zookeepers here at Wild Asia, and she helps take care of the deer every single day. But as we leave the enclosure, guys, real quick, you'll see this light-colored deer. You gotta kind of look straight downwards from the track, guys. It's gonna be our Bactrian deer. They're new here to Wild Asia, and they're native to Central Asia. But here's Michelle.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm part of the Wild Asian Keeper team. We call this area Kanha Meadow, where we care for about 40 Barasinga deer, 15 axis deer, 10 black buck, and a pair of muntjac. We start our day by checking on all the animals, making sure they are healthy, behaving normally, and safe. Sometimes, fawns and calves are born overnight. Newborns are given a neonatal exam, which includes weighing, vaccination, and tagging for identification purposes. While the animals are in the meadow, we prepare their nighttime holding areas so that they have a safe and clean place to spend the night.
Now the next animal on our tour, believe it or not, has some similarity to a dinosaur. And it's going to be our Mongolian wild horses, which you'll have the opportunity to meet right away as we enter this enclosure, and we'll see a few more as we continue to move throughout this first part of the enclosure. Now you guys might be thinking to yourselves, how can a horse have any similarity to a dinosaur? Well, the Mongolian wild horse was once extinct in nature, like the dinosaurs are today. But don't worry guys, due to the work of conservation societies and zoos, we've been able to reintroduce the Mongolian wild horse back to its natural habitat in areas of China and Cambodia. The Mongolian wild horse is also known as the Przewalski horse, and they were first brought to the Bronx Zoo. Those are going to be some of our brow antler deer. Brow antler deer get their name because their antlers remind the people of the shape of eyebrows. They're a vulnerable species because of deforestation and habitat loss, unfortunately. And because of this, they resorted to eating the crops of farmers. This only further escalates conflict between humans and the species. Now the other animal that you'll be able to spot is going to be some of our gaur. You shouldn't have much trouble spotting them as they are the largest member of the wild cattle family. They can grow to be 2,000 pounds, stand 6 feet tall, and be 10 feet long. You might also recognize our gaur from the Animal Planet show, the zoo, where the gaur were a highlighted animal. And see if you guys can spot any of our baby gaur in that mix. Our baby gaur were just born within the last year here at the beautiful Bronx Zoo. continue on our journey, you might start hearing some noises that don't really remind you of the wilds of Asia. And that's going to be the noise of the concrete jungle, more specifically the Bronx Zoo Parkway, which is right behind us at the moment. The wall that you guys see built in front of you, this big wooden fence, was built to protect our next animal from the noisy city streets. That animal is the tiger. Now folks, as we approach our tiger, I do need to remind everyone, we do need to keep our eyes peeled because tigers are masters of camouflage, which means hiding in the wild. They're so good that even professional researchers have trouble spotting them, but if you guys look right by us by the track, look towards your guys' right, you'll see one of our tigers hanging out, walking back and forth. This is going to be one of our Malayan tigers. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we have both Amur and Malayan tigers. The Malayan tiger, like this one, is the smaller of the two species.
Where's the tiger on? Do you see it? No?
In the wild, the tigers love to eat species of wild hog and small to medium-sized deer. They love it so much that they can eat up to 40 pounds of meat in one sitting. After that, they won't eat for several days, guys. So if you look, guys, they're right in the center of the enclosure now, if you haven't had the chance to see her.
Tiger mom.
So they can eat up to 40 pounds of meat in one sitting. That's like a human eating 160 hamburgers in one sitting. And I would not have room for dessert after that. So here's some more info on our tigers.
WCS works with many species.
On deer. In the first enclosure, guys, if you look all the way towards the back, you'll see one of our male babaroosas back there, all the way towards the back. In the second enclosure, look right by that tree, that central tree, and you'll see another one of our male babaroosas. He's laying down in the hay. Babaroosas are pretty good at camouflage, and that's because their brown skin blends into their muddy surroundings that they love so much. Now, if you guys had any trouble spotting our babarusa, you shouldn't have much trouble spotting our next animal, and that's going to be the Asian elephant. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we have two Asian elephants, but we only have one of them out at the moment. But their names are Happy and Patty, and they're both over 50 years old. But don't worry, guys, as we all know, 50 is the new 30. Oh, and actually, guys, we do have the other female elephants, so we have both Happy and Patty out. If you look towards the back right, you'll see another Asian elephant here. Elephants can grow to be 10,000 pounds. And in order to support that weight, they need to be able to eat 200 pounds of hay and 60 gallons of water every single day. And if you take a look at their trunks, it's
Elephants. In response, we created a crop protection unit to mitigate conflict and send the elephants back into the park. And it's been a huge success. Since we started in 2003, no elephants and no people have been killed.
Now, if you guys look into that muddy puddle, you'll be able to spot the next animal on our tour, and that's going to be the mighty rhino.
Let me see the tiger
That muddy puddle is actually called a mud wallow, and that's where rhinoceros love to spend a lot of their time. And that's because, contrary to popular belief, the skin of a rhino is quite sensitive. So they love to hang around this mud because that mud will protect them as well as from bugs. Now, what we just saw right now, that's an Asian rhino. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we have both Asian and African rhinos. The African rhino are at the zoo center, so if you guys want to check those guys out, please do.
Program. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. With so many unknowns on how to manage
Species of deer and a species of antelope. And we'll be able to catch up with them in just a few moments, guys. They do like to hang out towards the second part of the enclosure.
What giraffe? I'm talking about the giraffe. I'm just looking for the giraffe.
What we're looking for is going to be the sandbar deer and the nilgai antelope. The sandbar deer is the largest species of deer in all of southern Asia. They can grow to be 650 pounds, stand 5 feet tall, and have antlers that are 3 feet long. They're going to be a little darker compared to the other animals in this enclosure, which are going to be our nilgai antelope. Nogai in the Hindi language means blue bull. And they get this name because the males of the species have a bluish to grayish coloration on them. Now what we're going to see here, they're all going to be female of the species, so they're going to have more of a yellowish brownish color. If you guys look all the way towards the back of the enclosure along the fence line, look through the trees, you'll see some of our sandbar deer laying down right there along the fence line. And towards the right, you'll see some of our Nogai antelope. Now the next animal on our tour can be tough to spot, and it's because they only grow to be about 40 pounds. So keep your eyes open for a little brown deer, and you might see one of our Chinese tufted deer. And actually guys, if you follow the fence line all the way towards that back left corner, you'll be able to see one of our Chinese tufted deer laying down on top of that rock, all the way in the back left corner. It's going to be brown in color, so it's kind of blending into those leaves. The Chinese tufted deer are also, well, they have been tough to spot, and that's because they're a temperate species. That means that they don't really like the heat too much. So during this past summer months, it was pretty tough to spot them, but because it's a pretty cold day. After that Bronx River, we'll be transported to a rocky terrain. This rocky terrain is the perfect home for our next two animals, the Himalayan tar and the markhor. Now you shouldn't have much trouble spotting our markhor. They'll be all throughout this enclosure. Look on that central rock, you'll see a few of them. They'll look right by us by the track, and you'll have a better look at a few of them. On top of the ledge, you'll see two of them, but on top of this big boulder, I would say is the best view of our markhor. As we do pass our markhor, check out those corkscrew-shaped horns, which I would say are their most famous characteristic.
You saw the baby boulder? I go to the Lincoln. You saw the baby boulder and the mommy and daddy baby boulder. You saw the mom and daddy.
The male's horns can grow to be 5 feet long, while the female's horns grow to be about 2 feet long. Now we're also on the lookout for another species of wild goat, and it's going to be some of our Himalayan tar. The Himalayan tar's horns just curve back towards their head. They don't have that corkscrew shape. So if I do spot them, I will point them out to you guys. They are a little tougher to spot because there's only 3 of them in the whole enclosure. Now folks, we are slowing down our tour so we get a good look at our next animal, and that's going to be the red panda. If you look into this smaller tree, after this V-shaped tree, look into the smaller tree, up into the branches, and you'll see our red panda, Linus. Linus is 5 years old, and he loves to nap all day.
I want to get a toy. Okay. Anteater. I'm going to get a toy right now. I'll get right now. Oh, Hudson.
It's human here.
Anteater. Where's Hudson? Hudson, where are you?
Oh, look at the turtle swimming, honey. Listen here. Jack. Jack, little. Jack. Oh, you saw them? It's up here. Look up there. On the rocks. You see a map?
What rock, Auntie? Oh, I see them! Mommy! Mommy!
Oh, look at the lizard. Let's go here. This way. Vincent, come on.
Let's go! That's the left!
Jack, hold on. Look at him with his mouth open.
Why is this fish still in trouble?
I wonder why some of them just stick with their mouths open.
bee. What did you say? That the peacock eats the bee. The bee? It's in his tummy. Oh, it's that way. Wow, it's so cool. It might be different, but that was a snapping turtle. This is
See, it goes on the outside.
yeah, I know it's easy. You just stab him everywhere. Yes. Yeah, not as easy as you think, though. Yeah. Reptiles. Reptiles have a way of
Careful, yeah, we're gonna go to the zoo.
And then we will go to the circle. Yes, Auntie. I want to go. I want to go.
Tack, vad fortare 10 minuter kör jag.
You saw it? Oh, this is a big fish. You saw it? You saw it already, Lincoln?
I know. about the flamingo?
Because it's already 2 minutes. Don't touch that. No more funny place.
What's that?
Oh wow! What's the
Tortoise, look
place?
at the tortoise.
What's that? Oh, there's so much sand. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Ow. There's so much sand.
You see the lizards?
I see some bunnies. I see some hammers. I see some hammers and bunnies. And bunnies. And hammers like that.
Do you see the little fox? It has a big ear, so it can hear everything.
No, if you put it on the floor, he can't see it.
On the tractor if you want. What, you want to watch the tractor? Oh, maybe. Yeah. It'll run around. They attack you.
Okay.
Okay, you want to go over there now?
Let's go to the tractor. What's that?
Can't feed the pig. It says no feeding the pig.
Look, how about those? They're hungry. They look hungry. Go.